What's up everybody, this is VanquishX and today I'm just going to be talking about DC movies and the little falling out they had with Ironhead Studios. Now for those of you that know, I know this is old news, I know it's a couple of months old, but I didn't find this out until last week or a couple of days ago. It just never came to me, I never saw it anywhere or read it, so when I discovered it and read it, I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts and opinions on it, as it's a bit shady and sad what happened. So for those of you that don't know, Ironhead Studios were the people who made the awesome Wonder Woman and Batman costumes for Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, and those suits look brilliant in live action, in motion, they just look great, especially Ben Affleck's Batsuit and his armoured Batsuit from the final battle when he's against Superman. But let's just talk about his main suit now, as this is where the big problem came, or the big thing that's going to be affected after this situation. So Ben Affleck could move freely in this movie. He could move his head left, right, up and down, just have 100% free movement of his head, and this is just down to Ironhead Studios' ability to make Batman's head move. Something that's never happened in a Batman movie. In the days of Michael Keaton and Val Kilmer, when they had to move their whole top half to turn to a side, to turn left, they had to move their whole top half left because they just couldn't do it with the ways cowls were made back then. Christian Bale's Batman got a bit of an improvement, but he didn't have the 100% movement that Ben Affleck has, and that led to his Batman being more mobile and just being awesome. Remember that fight scene in the warehouse? Yeah, it was straight up Arkham games, the back-to-back free-flowing combat, and he could do that because he could move his head perfectly, 100% like someone not wearing a cowl or a mask or whatever, as Ironhead Studios somehow worked it out. And here's the thing Warner Brothers forgot to do. Warner Brothers forgot one little thing. They didn't credit them. There was no word of Ironhead Studios or Jose Fernandez and his team in the credits of the movie. There was nothing. Nada. There's just not a word, which is sad, as their work was amazing, and this led to Jose Fernandez and Ironhead Studios going, okay, we're not making your costumes anymore, we're done with DC and Warner Brothers, see you later. So this has led to Justice League not having them as their costume makers, which is really sad, and this has led to a funny, ironic, and just kinda a bummer. It's a bummer of a thing. Ben Affleck can't move like he could in Batman v Superman. He doesn't have that neck movement anymore. If you watch the Justice League trailer and the little 2 minutes of snippets of footage they put together for Comic-Con, when he goes, I'm real and it's useful, he couldn't turn his head. When he turns to the right, his top half goes with him. So not crediting them, not taking 2 minutes to type out their names of a thank you, led to Batman being pushed back to the days of Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, and all that stuff when they just couldn't move properly. They've pushed him all the way back there, and I find that hilarious. It's hilarious justice. It's a big fuck you to what Warner Brothers did to them after they made amazing costumes, put on their time and their effort and their love and created badass suits. They made Batman move way better than he ever has, and they just didn't write their names down in 2 minutes and they've just fucked Batman. They just pushed him all the way back to those days, and that's sad because Batman was awesome in Batman v Superman, except, you know, I didn't like the killing and all that stuff, but we'll talk about that later. The way you could fight and move, it was perfect. It was straight up Arkham and comic book Batman. It was all over, it was just perfect, and they've screwed him. I just hope they figure that out and fix it before his own movie, because I don't want him to be stifled, I don't want him to be stiff looking. I want that awesome free flowing combat, which they might have lost. It might be a bit stiffer now, a bit more stagey and a bit more, I don't know, crappy. And yeah, it upsets me. I just hope they figure it out, but I don't know if they can, because Jose Fernandez has said they can try and reverse engineer those molds as much as they can, but they'll never be able to do that, as only him and his team can do that. They can allow Batman to move freely, as they're just not good at their job. And this is hilarious justice, and it's just sad. It's a big fuck you to Warner Brothers from them, which they might be a bit happy about, because they didn't get credited, as their work is unbelievable and they deserve all the praise they can get. So it's a big fuck you, and kind of they might be laughing to themselves now that Batman can't move properly, as only they can do it. But it's a bummer for Batman in general on the big screen. If he's been pushed back to the days of being stiff and not being able to move and having to turn his whole body to a side and lead to, you know, weird movement, then that's sad. I just hope they figure it out before his solo movie. So yeah guys, it was just a quick video to give you my thoughts and opinions on this. I just found this out recently and it was quite a big shock. It's quite a big shock. I was like, why? Why couldn't you just credit them? It took you 2 minutes to say thank you to Jose Fernandez and Ironhead Studios, yada yada yada, for, you know, making these costumes, but they didn't. And that made a screwed Batman, and it's hilarious justice and all that stuff. And yeah, it's funny and upsetting. So I'm just gonna leave the video for you guys. That was just a quick thing. So if you like the video, rock out on that like button. Leave a comment down below and tell me your thoughts on this, what you think about it. If, you know, DC and Warner Brothers made a huge mistake and just just about the Batsuit and all that kind of stuff. And don't forget to subscribe, as it does really help me out, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.